What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlemania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including CM Punk to finally main event Wrestlemania, Kevin Owens is WWE Champion, nobody noticed this huge WWE tease, WWE interested in hiring a controversial wrestler, rumors that a star has left AEW, is LA Knight injured, Nikkita Lyons should probably stick to wrestling, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at, is CM Punk finally main eventing Wrestlemania? At top of today's news is a report that the WWE not only wants Punk to main event Wrestlemania 41, but it wants Punk in a world title match. WrestleVotes addressed this during its backstage Q&A, saying, "I've heard almost all year is they want him to be involved in a world title match. I don't know how the puzzle pieces are going to fit, but they want him at the top. I don't think it'll be with Cody, so that's one title match out the window." There are many possible situations Punk could be placed into, including him battling Seth Rollins over the World Heavyweight Championship, Punk challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, or Punk throwing down with Roman Reigns. If rumors that the OG Bloodline are moving to Raw prove accurate, there's no telling who will be champion by Mania. What do you guys think of this news, and who do you think Punk will battle at WrestleMania 41 for the title? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Kevin Owens defending the WWE Championship. That was fantastic news for Kevin Owens fans, as the prize fighter recently tweeted, "Balls. Now that I have your attention, I have great news for you all. I'm proud to officially announce that I'll be competing in my first matches as your new true WWE Champion on this year's holiday loop." That's a term people in the business use that refers to a string of consecutive shows in different cities over a short period of time, starting in Jacksonville on the 26th, followed by 3 more shows in Florida, and then one in Detroit for some reason. Be there to witness history. Oh, the Raw crew has shows too. Whatever. Owens, who destroyed Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event after the American Nightmare defeated him, then stole the Winged Eagle Championship from Cody, and this is clearly an adherent of the maxim, possession is 9/10 of the law. Members of the WWE Universe are already speculating that this angle would lead to Kevin and Cody battling in a ladder match to determine the true champion, much as Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon fought in a ladder match at WrestleMania 10 over the Intercontinental Championship. Whatever the case, we love where this is heading. Next up, Ethan Page destroys Javon Evans on NXT. And the 17th December NXT was a good night for former NXT champion Ethan Page, but a terrible night for Javon Evans. Page, who has had a recent rash of losses, came to the ring to question whether he should continue wrestling, even claiming he'd lost his smile, just like Shawn Michaels did back in the 90s. This was followed by fellow superstar Javon Evans trying to cheer Page up. WrestleZone then detailed what happened after Evans' pep talk, saying Page then said he shouldn't worry about losing his smile, he should focus on taking on Evans. Page proceeded to blindside Evans with a cheap shot. He viciously attacked him and he got a chair. Page wrapped the chair around Evans' neck and stomped on it. Evans then coughed up a lot of blood and medical officials checked on him. Page stood tall, saying that this was the real him. Evans sold the move to perfection, and the angle surprised some fans with how realistic it really looked, including the use of blood. Longtime fans and students of the game praised the WWE for the angle. Shout out to Shawn Michaels' classic "I Lost My Smile" promo from 1997. What do you guys think of the angle? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE interested in hiring a controversial wrestler. Now, is the WWE actually interested in hiring Tessa Blanchard? Blanchard, who recently returned to TNA Wrestling at its Final Resolution event, may be on the WWE's radar, despite allegations that Blanchard bullied other wrestlers and used a racial slur against another wrestler, allegations Blanchard denies. But now the Observer is speculating as to why TNA hired Blanchard and how it could play into the WWE's long-term plans. It's a really weird story, but it could be just a favor for WWE. I mean, the idea, if she's in TNA for a while and there's no big backlash or anything, they could bring her into WWE because there's women in WWE who want to work with her. There may be some who don't, but I know there are some who do, and she's very controversial for all the reasons everybody knows, and it's kind of like a test thing. They discussed the situation on the Observer Radio, noting that Blanchard didn't drop the CMLL Women's Tag Team Championship before coming to TNA, and that TNA kept her arrival a secret. It was pointed out how TNA has Blanchard in a program with Jordynne Grace, despite stories Grace didn't want to work with Blanchard. Now, according to reports, this may tie in with the rumors that Grace is WWE bound when her TNA deal expires. She's feuding with Jordynne Grace, who is leaving by the way and headed to WWE when her contract is up. so that's like to get Tessa over. This is actually worth noting due to WWE and TNA's past talent sharing arrangements. As we suggested, the WWE has more to gain from this relationship than TNA, although TNA has enjoyed a resurgence in part thanks to these talent swaps. The theory that WWE is using TNA as a proving ground for Tessa Blanchard actually makes sense. The only downside, like all the talent sharing, is the WWE swooping in and signing marquee players when their TNA contracts end. Right now, that's not good for TNA, as they've had abundance of talents just leaving the promotion. Next up, rumors a star has left AEW. Has former NWA Women's Champion Camille left AEW? Camille, who enjoyed over 800 days as NWA Women's Champion, worked briefly in AEW before returning in April 2024, where she began working as Mercedes Moné's bodyguard. According to Brian Alvarez, Camille may be gone from AEW. Camille was written off TV after a backstage attack that came not too long after she quit as Mercedes' muscle. Speaking on the Observer Radio, Alvarez speculated, "I don't know if we're gonna see her again. I wouldn't be surprised. It's like she was mentioned once after the angle happened and never again." Camille's apparent exit is surprising, but not if you've followed her short run in AEW. Not everyone was impressed with how AEW booked her as a second banana to Moné. Indeed, even Camille was reportedly disappointed with AEW's booking of her, telling Covalent TV, "I still feel like the AEW world hasn't seen a glimmer of what I have to offer. Even being able to talk and show some personality, I'm really excited for AEW fans to get to know me a little better. It's about introducing that side of me to the fans." Some fans have compared Camille's booking to that of Wardlow when Mr. Mayhem served as MJF's bodyguard, eventually tiring of MJF's abuse and turning on him. And given how AEW failed to follow up on pushing Wardlow after he left MJF, it's understandable why some fans don't like the similarities. According to Camille, if someone says, "Oh, there's no personality," I mean, to be honest, I'd agree with them up to this point because I haven't really gotten the chance to show it. So I'm really excited for everyone to see that I'm more than just standing there making faces. Bodyguard roles are a great way to introduce new talent and give them time to hone their skills in tag team matches, but the idea of a seasoned veteran like Camille working as a supporting player just really doesn't add up. Except of course in AEW, where fans witness bizarre booking every week. Do you think Camille has really left AEW? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, nobody notices huge WWE tease. The WWE dropped a massive Easter egg during Raw, and not many people actually managed to catch it. The WWE's use of background clues led to fans knowing what's coming is well known, as some fans have pointed to a segment involving Adam Pearce as a hint at The Rock's arrival. WrestleVotes took to the Backstage Pass Q&A and mentioned if you watched Raw last night, you want to go back and watch it or whatever, Adam Pearce is backstage talking about making Seth Rollins and CM Punk for Netflix. The whole segment was about Netflix. Right over his shoulder is a semi-truck with a big picture of The Rock. They don't do that type of thing by accident. They never do, and it's not going to stop. And that's what I'll say about that. There was a purpose for that, and as far as I know, he's expected to be there whether they said that he's working WrestleMania or not. That's a different ballgame. I do know on Jan 6 there are people within WWE that expect The Rock to be there. Did you guys catch that one? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up is LA Knight injured. The WWE Universe began to ask this question after the former United States Champion was reportedly pulled from a meet and greet due to an injury. According to Ringside News, while we're sad to announce that WWE superstar LA Knight is unable to attend the December 17th event due to injury, we've got great news. WWE superstar Braun Strowman has stepped in to replace him. However, according to Fightful Select, we're told that while Strowman is replacing Knight, LA was never approved for this appearance and is not hurt according to the company. There's no word on why Lucan's Wine and Spirits posted the erroneous information, but it's a reminder of how quickly things can spiral out of control due to social media. While the internet provides lightning-fast communication, it can also pass misinformation quite fast. Next up, Titan Tower not sold. Speaking of miscommunication, Titan Tower has not actually been sold. While the WWE moved from its former home in 2024, there was some confusion about whether the property was sold after a recent report. Ringside News detailed why there was confusion about whether Titan Towers was sold, as the confusion stemmed from reports about a sale of WWE's old production studio on Hamilton Avenue. While the property has been sold to the Darien-based development firm V20 Group for nearly $7.5 million, Titan Tower remains unsold. PW Insider added, WWE has not sold the old Titan Tower building in Stamford, Connecticut. The Titan Tower is an iconic building, and while the WWE could consider it as a site for its much discussed but never implemented Hall of Fame facility, you can be sure that TKO Holdings would sell it in a heartbeat if it found the right price. And finally, maybe Nikkita Lyons should just stick to wrestling. Last but not least, NXT superstar Nikkita Lyons dropped her first music album this year, a reminder of how several WWE superstars have projects outside the ring. Unfortunately, the IWC are already having fun with roasting the music video. One ex-user commented, I'm effing crying. Holy moly, this is ass. The Lyons had several injury-related setbacks during a time in WWE, so it's really not a bad idea to have a side hustle. However, what do you guys think of it? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.